Hey guys, this is Tor from TC, and I'm here at GuitCon with a bunch of YouTubers and great guitar players and fellow gear nerds. And I have the pleasure today of having David Wallimann here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Hey, it's a real pleasure. And we've been tweaking on a tone print, and it's been a lot of fun. And I think you came up with something really cool. Hopefully, people will like as well.
Hopefully, they'll like it as much as
not,
I do.
I hope you like it. That's the
I
main
love it.
thing.
I love it.
We'll see if anybody else digs it, but I'm sure they will. So, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? When did you start playing guitar, and what type of, what were you into back then?
Yeah, so I started when I was 15. I'm 40. At the time, I got into guitar, I think because I heard Guns N' Roses probably.
Oh, yeah.
At the time. And just really got into it. Always continued and always learning new things and just love it.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
So, were you... When you started playing and you know, it was Guns N' Roses, were you then the guy who went out and bought a Les Paul and did the whole low slung?
Well, the guitar I had at the time was a Naria Pro 2 Maddox, kind of a super strat.
Yeah.
With the little amp, so not the Slash type of guitar at all. But I tried my best. And then I tried a Les Paul and it was just too heavy. So I kept to the super strat type.
It seems to me like, it's almost like if you start playing a Strat, it's really tough to go over to the Les Paul, and vice versa.
Yes, I think so. Yeah, very different feel, and
I think especially that the angle here.
Yeah.
It's funny because there's a Danish guitar player, a jazz guitar player who's really good, and he played Gibson style guitars for the longest time, and for some reason after like playing exclusively Gibson style guitars for a really long time, he decided to switch to a Strat.
Yeah.
And he tried playing regular Strats, and he just couldn't get the hang of it. So he actually had a custom one made that looks exactly like a Strat. The only difference is that it doesn't have the angle.
Okay, yeah.
So
it really does change the way you approach the instrument,
So what about your YouTube channel? How did that come about?
I started the channel 10 years ago. And at the time I was kind of searching myself, so I did some comedy videos.
Yeah.
And really got into the teaching thing probably 6-7 years ago, like heavily in the teaching thing. I love teaching, and I thought it was a great medium.
Did you teach, sorry for interrupting, did you teach, old school style?
I did, for a very long time. I actually stopped doing that only 2 years ago. I still had students.
Yeah.
And then with young kids in the house and stuff, I wanted to have more time, so I focused on the online stuff.
Yeah.
But I would still welcome the opportunity if someone came to me.
Yeah. And what about, when you started the channel, and I kind of assume when you started, you had very few subscribers, very few people watching, and then slowly building that to where it is now, which is really impressive.
Thank you.
So, were there like some moments along during those 10 years where you went like, oh wow, I'm onto something,
Oh, well, sometimes there were periods of encouragement, but honestly, most times were heavy depression because where's the growth and what is happening? What am I doing videos in a room? So YouTube has always been kind of like a wave, like super excited, and when I'm getting into those like hollow of the wave, I just kind of take a break and get back to it more inspired. It's a love and hate relationship.
And what about music-wise? Do you still play in bands and stuff like that?
So I haven't played in bands in a long time. I love playing with other people. Really enjoy it. But my favorite thing is probably just to write. And I'd much rather write music. Nobody knows who wrote it, and I'm just so happy writing it.
Yeah.
Playing out is an extra bonus, but that's not really my favorite thing in music. I just love sitting down and writing music.
So, do you have any cool plans for new music or new things on your channel you want to? You can reveal. Yeah,
of course. I'm actually. It's kind of a re-release of my first album that came out about 10 years ago.
Oh, cool.
But I hired new drummers. So I got Nick DiVergilio. He played with Spike's Beard and all those guys. Really cool bass player. His name is Dave Martin in the States. And so I'm just basically rebuilding these songs with a new rhythm section, new guitars, new everything.
You're going to play the guitars again as well?
Yeah, I'll redo all the guitars. I'm in the process right now. And
Cool. Did you find that, have you, apart from the fact that, gear has changed and stuff, have you found that, listening to that album from 10 years ago to now, that your preference in terms of sounds and stuff, has that changed at all? Or
I think so. I think a little bit. At the time, I was much more heavier tones than I am now. Now I like to back up a little bit the distortion to hear more dynamics.
Yeah. You did a tone print that's pretty
different.
It's unmetal-like.
Yeah. I like mellow. A little more mellow now.
Yeah.
Did this fall down? Yeah, got it.
It comes with age, I guess.
Maybe, I don't know.
So, well, it's been awesome to have you here. Thanks so much for taking the time. And
Thank you.
Best of luck with the new album.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.